Okay, that's a really good question. Did everyone hear that? No. Okay, what happens if the law changes whilst you're on your P plates now? Doesn't normally apply to you.
Do you think that you'll modify your driving behaviours as a result of the RYDA course?
Yes.
You're saying that for the camera, or is it for real? Because I'll edit this out, you know, it's like...
Definitely.
Yeah?
Definitely, especially after seeing the crash victims and stuff, it really opened your eyes.
No way. Please don't do it, don't even think of it, don't even have one doing right now. I used to live for two things. The first was as much drugs like I could consume as possible. The second was go as hard as I could on a motorbike at the same time. So it's just my stress to you kids. Don't go around thinking you're 10 foot tall, bulletproof like I used to think I was. It's just not on.
5th of September 1992 was the day that changed my life forever. I was riding a motorbike along Springvale Road, which runs up the side of the Bega River. A lot of you probably know it. The bike I was riding that day had a sidecar on it, which put me close to the centre of the road. I came off the wooden bridge, went into the corner, the sidecar lifted. At the same time, a Commodore was heading in the opposite direction to me. I hit the front mudguard of the Commodore. I went over onto the bonnet, into the windscreen, came back out. My right leg was caught between the side of the car and the side of the bike up until about the back door of the car, where the vehicles parted, and then I landed in the middle of the road.
I was a passenger in this vehicle. I was sitting there. This was taken the day after. Some clown overtook at 130 kilometres an hour on a bend, overtook another car and couldn't correct himself and went head on into us. I actually died 3 times in that little experience. I got 5 broken bones in my spine. One of them's got my spinal cord hanging out. My shoulder's still apart. I broke my neck, 8 ribs and crushed both legs. That's actually, it's one of my kneecaps sitting there.
Have you ever been over the speed limit? It's an impossibility to say no. Doesn't matter who you are, you have sped at some stage in your driving career. We all do it, we can't avoid it, we try not to, try to our best. Think about coming off a 100k zone into a 60, or in Kuma's situation into a 40 zone. Alright? You've got to start slowing down an awful long way, and hey, I'm running late. Is it really going to matter?
Yeah.
Alright, here he comes. He should be doing 50 and Tommy should still be alive. You were a long way out with your 60, weren't you? But
That's where you should be.
Tommy's well and truly dead, isn't he? All because you thought a little bit over the speed limit was acceptable.
How many standard drinks in each of those? 1.5? Different mix of drinks will have different standard drinks in it, yeah? In Australia, it's the law that every single alcohol drink must write on it, on the label, how many standard drinks are in it. So it's not about the can, it's not about the name of the product, it's about how many standard drinks are in it.
Like Rotary, we have a lot of youth programs, and we try to do as much as we can for young people wherever we can.
And do you think this program has made a difference for the students involved?
I think it's amazing. They've done a good job. It surprised me. And they met the police, they spoke to them, they have done the driving. It's been very, very good. And they've all accepted it very well, I feel.
Your name is?
Peter Renyard.
And you're a teacher?
Yeah, I'm a teacher at Eden Marine High School.
And what sort of impact do you think that this is having on the students?
I think it's tremendous. A lot of feedback from the kids. They think it's really good. I just find it so much different to back in our day when, you know, you had a few driving lessons with your dad, and basically you're on the road without very much experience. You didn't have any of this sort of teacher or driver training.
The RYDA program is very important, and every young person is going to be buying their first car, and we want to make sure that when they do, they make really good financial decisions. We want to make sure they understand insurance and the reason why they need it, how they can save some money, and also when they're going to get a loan for a car, that they make some good choices, that they understand that it costs and that they're well protected so that the process of buying a car is pleasurable and it sets them up well for life. We want to make sure that they don't make poor financial choices that are going to put them behind the 8 ball before they get started.
If you were to give one message to parents in the future as the course comes up in coming years, what would that message be?
Make sure that you get your child to come along to these lectures and to speak with them about it afterwards and find out what they got from it, and to use this course as a supplementary tool to teaching your children how to drive, because most of the children that we deal with these days, or these young adults that we're dealing with on the road, have been taught by mum and dad, and this is a great course and gives the parents an opportunity to expose them to different ways of thinking about using the road, and only assist them in when they're teaching their children how to drive.
Right, well, it's been a fair bit of work getting this together. Eric, how are you feeling?
It has been quite a bit of work. It's been successful once again, so I'm pretty happy with that side of it.
And what impact do you think that the course is having on the students?
I hope quite a lot of impact. On past years, I've had feedback for quite some months after the program from students who actually went through the program, and they've been very positive about it, and they've said months later that they're very pleased that they were able to attend the program.
You would have thought this would be an essential component of the education curriculum. How have the schools responded?
Well, quite a few of them have been very, very responsive. Others haven't been quite so. I would just emphasise the importance of parents backing their children and make sure they do get along here. It's one day in their life. And it's a day, if they take it serious, is quite likely to save their life or serious injury.
And have you got a final message for the students?
It's a great program. They live in a great country. They have a great future and many, many years ahead of them. Look after themselves when they get behind the wheel of a vehicle, and that means look after others that they are responsible for as well. And enjoy the rest of your life, because if you are the cause of a fatality or a serious injury, it scars you for the rest of your life.